Here at 6ABC. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm happy to be here in Philadelphia to help promote Fightland, which is going to be taking place at the 2300 Arena, but I'm doing good.
Oh, that's good. Now, we're going to get into all about Fightland. I just want to know a little more about you.
Cool.
So, what got you into wrestling? Like, what made you get that urge to become a pro wrestler?
Well, I mean, for everybody, it starts at a really young age, right? Everybody wants to be a professional wrestler. They get enamored by it. They check it out when they're 5, 6, 7 years old. For me, that was about the time in which I became aware of professional wrestling. And ever since then, it's just been something that I've always wanted to pursue as I've gotten older. And it was just everything I've done in my life has led me to this point, to be a professional wrestler.
That's awesome. So you went to college. You were a football player, right? And
yeah.
So did you ever have dreams of becoming a football player, or was it always wrestling?
No. I never wanted to be a professional football player ever. I knew that football would help me in my timeline to be a professional wrestler. But I played NCAA football. It was fun. I liked it while it lasted. But that was never the end goal. It was always professional wrestling.
All right. And you got a degree in marketing?
I have a degree in marketing. Yes, I do, which is very beneficial in this business.
Yes, it's good. It is, because it's not all that what takes place in the ring. It's a whole business for wrestling.
Sure. Most of professional wrestling is what takes place outside of the ring, and marketing yourself and being able to brand yourself. So, fortunately, I have a great understanding of that.
And let's segue marketing. So you market yourself, I want to make sure I get this right, as the most marketable wrestler. What do you mean by that? What is Richard Holliday, the most marketable wrestler, mean?
Well, professional wrestling at its core is marketing. In order to be successful, you have to be marketable. So there's a reason that MLW sent me to ABC News, right, to represent the company. It's because I can go on screen and I can represent the company and speak about the company in an articulate level and present myself the best that I possibly can. So marketing in itself is very important. It's all encompassing, and I feel like I represent that the best.
Can't argue with that. Now, I don't know if it's disparaging or just a different way of saying it. You don't call wrestling fans fans. You don't call MLW fans fans. You call them consumers. What do you mean by that?
Well, that's what they are. They're consumers. They spent their money to buy a ticket. They're already in the door. So they're more than fans, right? That mantra, fan. They're a consumer. They spent money to come see Richard Holliday, to come see the Dynasty, to come see MLW. So they're putting their money into the market. They're a consumer.
That's true.
It's not degrading. It's just the truth.
It's true. It's just nobody ever calls them that before. So I don't know. You were trying to.
I'm not reinventing the wheel. They're consumers.
That's true. Have you noticed? Do they like being called consumers?
Not particularly, but maybe that's just because they don't really have an understanding of the marketplace and business and actual terminology. Right. I mean, I wouldn't want to be called a fan either. That's
true.
What's the difference?
That's true. You have to show them the way.
Yes, exactly. You have to guide them.
Yes, exactly. So, leading into MLW, you were trained by a former Four Horseman, Paul Roma. What did you learn from him? Everything.
I mean, Paul Roma was an excellent trainer and somebody who really guided me in the right direction and gave me all of his knowledge and all of his wisdom from his time in the WWF when he was first coming up in the business. So I am very grateful of my time with Paul. And, you know, Paul has a very significant reputation in professional wrestling. And I like that. And I like the grittiness that he taught me and what comes along with that. So kudos to Paul, and I highly recommend anybody who wants to get trained, if you have the opportunity to meet Paul, do it, 100%.
Do you still stay in touch with him?
Absolutely.
What has he said to you since seeing your progression in wrestling?
Well, he's proud. He's like a proud father. I mean, I was actually his first student when he first launched his school. Yeah, which is pretty cool. So to see where I started to where I am now for him, it's like a proud father moment.
Oh, that's awesome. It's cool to hear. And you brought it up. I want to talk a little bit about your group, your stable, the Dynasty. For people who are not familiar with it, what is the Dynasty?
The Dynasty is a collective group of individuals who all possess the elitist quality that we look for in professional wrestling. Alexander Hammerstone, Gino Medina, MJF, all three of us, well, four of us, we all have that elitist quality that make us just a little bit better than everybody else.
That's right. And Gino just joined the group a couple weeks ago on MLW.
Handpicked by me.
That's it.
Handpicked by me. I felt like we needed to expand it to the Latino market. Gino Medina is probably the best representative for that currently, and he's a tremendous athlete and possesses all the qualities that I look for somebody in the dynasty.
But poor Conan, he got a.
Poor Conan. I'm not worried about Conan. Conan had his time.
But that's one of the W is that it does have people from the past that people are familiar with, like Conan, but it also has the up-and-comers like you, and it has lucha libre style. Would you consider that one of the great marks of MLW, that it has almost everything that you could want in wrestling?
Yeah, and I always revert back to marketing, because there's so many different demographics that you need to reach with professional wrestling. So we have old school professional wrestling, we have new school professional wrestling, we have hardcore professional wrestling, we have lucha libre professional wrestling. So it's a very big, mosh podge, melting pot of so many different things. And all of these consumers can now come and watch MLW and be happy, whether it's for the full hour of MLW Fusion or if it's just a 15-minute segment that they particularly like. There's so many different ways to market, and MLW's doing a great job.
Can't agree with you more about that. And this is a Fusion taping here in Philadelphia. It's going to take place this Saturday at the 2300 Arena that many people still call to this day the ECW Arena. What in Philadelphia, it's like a holy grail here. It's a holy land here for wrestling fans. Does it mean something to you to be wrestling inside the ECW Arena?
No. Not at all.
What?
I didn't watch it as a kid. I don't care for it. It means nothing to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a big graffiti on a bathroom wall.
Come on.
Yeah, it means nothing. As of now, we could rename it the Dynasty Arena, the Richard Holliday Arena, or the Consumers Arena.
We'll see how you do on Saturday, and maybe
I'm sure I'll fare just fine.
But Joey Styles, oh my God, you won't be thinking about that when you step in those ropes?
No, I legitimately will not.
It won't even cross your mind.
No.
One thing that may cross your mind going into this is who you are going to face, because that's a question still up in the air for Fightland. It's a mystery opponent. How do you prepare for a mystery opponent?
Well, Mance Warren is choosing it, so the preparation that I'm going to have to put into this match is probably not going to be too extensive. He's probably crushing 30 beers at the moment, not even thinking about who my opponent can possibly be. He'll probably scrounge up somebody at the last minute. So whoever that person is, they better be preparing. They better hope that they are well aware that they're going to be getting in the ring with a member of the Dynasty and Richard Holliday. I'm always prepared.
So you're walking out a winner, no question about it.
No question about it.
And then you're going to go party in South Philly, right?
If there's a spot that I deem appropriate to go party in South Philly, I'm not so sure that this is my kind of city, but we'll see.
We're a great city.
237 pounds, Richard Holliday.
Wait a minute. That's Alexander Hammerstone, the National Openweight Champion. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Right, and well, Holliday, he took out his AirPods.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never in my life seen Richard Holliday without his AirPods. Every video, every picture on social media, he's wrestled.
The AirPods. You are always wearing them.
Correct.
What's up with them?
Why aren't you wearing them?
Why do you always wear them?
Well, accessibility. It's 2020 that we're living in. My AirPods are necessary in order for me to function. If I get an important phone call during this interview, I am going to take it.
I was going to say, are you listening to music right now as I'm doing the interview?
No, I gave you the common courtesy to at least pause what I was listening to.
I appreciate that. Now, have you ever lost your AirPods?
Never.
Because there's a report that I read that 5% to 7% of all AirPod sales are replacement earbuds, meaning a lot of people lose their. What do you have to say about the people that lose their AirPods?
Well, I look at AirPods as an investment, and I never lose an investment. So if you're going to invest in something, if you're going to take pride in something, took pride in it to begin with. So also those people are probably idiots. So my AirPods are always on me. They're always with me, and I always wear them.
That's true. AirPod God, I've heard you call yourself.
The AirPod God. Absolutely.
Is that copyrighted or trademark?
Working on it. My lawyer / my father,
yes.
is working on that currently.
He's a phone call away for everything, right?
Always. Always.
And I see that all members of the dynasty, you give them AirPods when they join. I saw that you gave Gino one, right?
Oh, well, I gave Gino a business card. He has to earn the AirPods.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was a
He
business
has to
card.
earn the AirPods.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
They might come.
Yes. The Louis Vuitton one, maybe?
For sure.
Oh,
For
yeah,
sure.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I have the Louis Vuitton AirPod case.
Yes.
And I definitely want, Gino to market to the Latino consumers. So we'll see about getting him some AirPods. Maybe I'll get him something different. Who knows what I have up my sleeve for him.
Who knows indeed. And who knows what's going to happen Saturday in South Philly at the Dynasty Arena, maybe.
The Dynasty Arena, the Richard Holliday Arena, whatever you want to call it.
2300 Arena.
If I'm a consumer in Philadelphia,
yes.
if I have a couple bucks laying around, I believe tickets are only as low as $15.
That's what my paper says.
$15. Yeah, I beat you to the punch.
Yeah.
$15. Come to the ECW Arena,
That's weird.
the 2300 Arena, and witness the Dynasty live and in person.
That's right. Richard Holliday, thank you so much for joining us. Anything else you want to say to the fans of Philly?
No, I think I've said enough. Come to the 2300 Arena, and you're welcome. This was a good interview.
Yes. Thank you.